All right, so we're diving into the world of journaling today.
Sounds interesting.
It is. It is. We're looking at this blog post called 50 Great Journal Prompts
Okay.
from Scallion, published just last month by Clara Penrose.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 prompts, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to help you kind of
Yeah.
discover the most intriguing ones.
Right.
Are you ready to unlock some new depths of self-awareness?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
So journaling, a lot of people think of it as just, kind of like diary kind of stuff.
Right.
But it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
It's a tool for reflection, for personal growth, and even for unleashing creativity. And these prompts really help kind of give you that springboard into exploring those things.
Yeah, and Scallion has organized these prompts into 5 different categories,
Okay.
targeting different areas of life: personal growth, strong relationships, dreaming and goal setting, practicing gratitude, and self-care and reflection. So there's a structure here. It's not just random.
Right. Yeah, that structure is important to kind of keep us on track and see how journaling can really benefit all these different aspects of our lives.
Exactly.
So let's start with personal growth.
Okay.
There's one prompt that really asks you to think about a significant experience that shaped who you are,
Oh, wow.
that really pushes you to examine your journey and the lessons you've learned.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like taking stock of your own personal evolution, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what would immediately pop into your mind if you thought about that prompt?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
For me, it would probably be, you know what? Actually, let's just stick to the prompts themselves.
Okay.
And we'll keep going. There's another one in this category about overcoming fear.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. It asks you to reflect on a time that you faced a fear and how you navigated it.
I think that's really interesting because fear can be such a powerful force in our lives.
Absolutely.
Holding us back from taking risks and pursuing our dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think journaling can really help someone overcome their fears?
Yeah, I do, actually. Because by writing about our fears, we kind of bring them out into the open, right? We examine them from different angles. And often, I think we realize they're not as daunting as they seem in our heads. It's like, shining a light on a dark corner and seeing that the monster's just a shadow.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Scallion also touches on the importance of identifying your strengths.
Yes.
And how those strengths have developed over time.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really crucial because so often we focus on our weaknesses, forgetting to kind of acknowledge and celebrate the qualities that make us, unique and resilient.
Absolutely. It's so important.
Yeah.
Recognizing our strengths lets us, tap into our full potential and kind of navigate challenges with a little more confidence.
Totally.
It's all about building on what we already possess and using those strengths as a foundation for growth.
Yeah, that's a good point. So let's shift gears a little bit to strong relationships.
Okay. Yeah.
And this category really focuses on appreciating the people in our lives. And nurturing those connections.
Right.
And there's this one prompt that's all about expressing gratitude for someone who's been like a constant source of support in your life.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a beautiful reminder to really cherish those relationships.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And it goes beyond just feeling grateful. The prompt encourages you to actually express that appreciation, which strengthens the bond, right? Sometimes just saying thank you and acknowledging their impact can be so powerful.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's this prompt about handling disagreements peacefully.
Ooh.
Now, this one really caught my eye because, conflict is inevitable in any relationship, right?
Absolutely.
But it's how we navigate those disagreements that really determines the health and longevity of the connection.
That's where the journaling comes in.
Yeah.
It gives you a safe space to process your emotions, to understand different perspectives, and to consider strategies for communicating, more effectively.
Yes. I love that. So instead of reacting impulsively, we can kind of take the time to reflect and then respond in a way that fosters, understanding and resolution.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about shifting from that reactive to a proactive approach to conflict.
Yes.
And journaling can be a really valuable tool in that process.
Very cool. Scallion also encourages us to reflect on the qualities that we admire in our loved ones.
Yeah.
And how those qualities actually inspire us.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I think that's such a fantastic way to kind of shift our focus
Yeah.
from the potential annoyances to the positive aspects of our relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great way to kind of cultivate appreciation, and deepen those connections.
Yeah.
By focusing on the good. We not only strengthen the relationship, but we inspire, personal growth in ourselves.
Right. Right.
By, kind of incorporating those admirable qualities into our own lives.
All comes back around.
It does. It does.
Full circle.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on from relationships.
Right.
Let's talk about dreaming and goal setting.
Okay.
There's a prompt here that I really liked in this section from Scallion. It says, imagine your ideal future 5 years from now. Describe it in vivid detail.
Wow. Yeah. That's powerful. So it's not even just about setting goals. It's about really like painting this picture
Right.
of what you want.
Exactly.
Do you think that level of detail is important?
Oh, absolutely. When we envision our dreams in detail, it's not just setting an intention. We're creating a roadmap for our subconscious. It's like planting those seeds that can then blossom into reality.
I like that. I like that analogy.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes dreams can feel overwhelming.
Right.
Especially when we're so focused on the end result.
Yeah.
That's why I really appreciate Scallion's prompt about breaking down like a big dream
Yes.
into smaller, actionable steps.
Absolutely. That's key, right? Because by focusing on the smaller steps, we create a sense of momentum and progress,
Yeah.
making that larger goal feel more attainable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And journaling can be so powerful for outlining those steps and then tracking our progress as we go.
Right. And there's also a prompt about identifying obstacles that might be holding you back
Oh, yeah.
from achieving a dream.
Yeah.
And this is where I think journaling can really help.
Absolutely.
To kind of uncover those limiting beliefs or fears that we might not even be consciously aware of.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes those obstacles are external, but a lot of times they're internal, right?
Yeah.
And journaling helps us shine a light on those internal roadblocks so we can address them and then move forward.
Right.
With more clarity and confidence.
Good point. Scallion also mentions the importance of celebrating achievements.
Yes.
No matter how small.
So important.
And I think that's so important because so often we get caught up,
right.
In striving for that next big thing.
Yeah.
And we forget to kind of like acknowledge.
Yeah, you forget to celebrate
how far we've come.
Exactly. Yeah. Celebrating our wins, even the small ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really reinforces positive behaviors and fuels that motivation to keep going. Yeah. It's like it's a form of positive reinforcement that can have a big impact on our progress towards achieving our goals.
Right, right. Okay, so let's shift gears to a category that's near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
This is practicing gratitude. And Scallion has a whole bunch of prompts focused on just cultivating a sense of appreciation for the good things in our lives.
Huh. I love that.
It's
so important. And there's so much research that really highlights the benefits of gratitude.
Totally.
And studies have shown that it can lead to more happiness, to less stress, and even improve physical health.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
How this kind of shift in perspective can have such a profound impact on our well-being.
It is. It's powerful.
One of the prompts that really resonated with me is about finding beauty in unexpected places.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
And I think that's such a beautiful reminder to really pay attention to the little things that so often go unnoticed,
Absolutely. It's all about cultivating that sense of awe and wonder, appreciating the simple joys that we experience every day. It could be, like the way the sun shines through the trees or the, kindness of a stranger.
Yeah.
Or even just a good cup of coffee.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
There's another prompt that asks us to reflect on a recent act of kindness we received and how it made us feel. And I love this one because it encourages us to not only acknowledge the kindness of others, but also to kind of savor those positive feelings.
Yes, it's a double dose of gratitude, right? It's recognizing the kindness and then allowing ourselves to really experience those positive emotions that it evokes.
Right.
It's like basking in the warmth of that generosity.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scallion also encourages us to express gratitude to someone who's made positive impact on our lives,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And sometimes we take these relationships for granted,
Right.
forgetting to really acknowledge those people who uplift us and support us.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
Expressing gratitude not only strengthens those relationships, but
Mhm.
it also reinforces those positive feelings within ourselves.
Yeah.
It's a win-win, you know?
Right.
It can have a real ripple effect
Yeah.
on our overall well-being.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then there's this prompt about appreciating our own strengths and
Yes.
talents.
Yes.
And I think this one really ties in with that personal growth category that we
What's that?
discussed earlier.
Absolutely. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating what we have.
Hmm.
It's also about recognizing the unique gifts that we bring
Right.
to the world, right?
Right, yeah.
And by acknowledging and appreciating our strengths, we cultivate this sense of self-worth
Yeah.
and confidence that can help us achieve our goals.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like a cycle, right?
It is.
Of positive reinforcement.
It is.
You appreciate your strengths, and that boosts your confidence, which allows you to, accomplish more and have even more to be grateful for.
It all feeds into itself.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. Yeah, it is. It's like we're hitting the reset button on our perspective.
Totally.
Yeah. And that shift in perspective is really at the heart of the final category, self-care and reflection.
Okay.
Scallion kicks it off with a prompt about identifying our favorite ways to relax and recharge. It sounds simple enough, but sometimes we just get so caught up in our daily routines that we forget to prioritize those things that bring us joy.
Oh, I know I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I need a reminder to actually schedule in
Great.
self-care activities. Like it's an appointment.
It is. It's like put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
And actually there's a prompt about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It encourages us to think about how we can incorporate more self-care into our daily lives, even if it's just for a few minutes every day.
Right. Just like those little things can make a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Like taking 5 minutes to meditate, stepping outside, getting some fresh air, listening to your favorite song.
Exactly. It's about making those small but consistent efforts to nourish our well-being.
Yeah.
And speaking of nourishment, Scallion also has a prompt about reflecting on our relationship with food.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It encourages us to consider how our food choices impact our physical and emotional health.
So it's not just about what we eat, but how we eat.
Yeah, exactly. Are we eating mindfully, savoring each bite, or are we, rushing through meals without even paying attention?
Right, yeah.
Mindful eating is a powerful practice. It can transform our relationship with food. It's about, paying attention to those hunger cues, appreciating the flavors and textures, and just being present in the moment.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's also a prompt about recognizing when our life feels out of balance and brainstorming ways to bring it back into alignment.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I think this is so crucial because, so often we just try to power through.
Yeah.
Even when we're feeling depleted and overwhelmed.
It's like driving a car on an empty tank. Eventually, we're going to run out of gas.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And journaling can help us identify those areas where we're overextending ourselves and look for ways to create more balance and sustainability.
Right. It's all about that, awareness.
It is.
Scallion doesn't shy away from the tough stuff either. There's a prompt about acknowledging a difficult emotion you're experiencing and exploring its root cause.
Yeah.
This can be challenging.
Absolutely it can be.
But also incredibly insightful.
Yeah, it is. Because by acknowledging and processing our emotions, we can kind of release their hold on us,
Right.
And move forward with more clarity and peace. Journaling provides that safe space to explore those emotions without judgment,
Yeah.
It helps us gain a deeper understanding of ourselves.
Totally. And then there's the prompt about showing yourself compassion.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
I think that's so important, especially when we're going through a tough time,
Yeah.
We offer kindness and understanding to others, but we forget to offer that same compassion to ourselves.
Yeah. Self-compassion is it's a cornerstone of self-care. It's about treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a loved one. Yeah. And Scallion's prompt encourages us to think of specific ways that we can practice self-compassion in our everyday lives.
Yeah, I love that. So I guess as we wrap up our deep dive into Scallion's 50 great journal prompts, what's the key takeaway for our listeners today?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that journaling is a powerful tool for self-discovery, for growth, and just for cultivating a more fulfilling life overall. And these prompts offer a starting point for that journey, encouraging us to explore different parts of ourselves and our experiences.
Right. And it's not just about answering the prompts, right? It's about what you do with those insights. It's about taking those little nuggets of wisdom and applying them to your life, making those conscious choices that support your well-being and help you achieve your goals.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I have a final thought-provoking question for you to ponder.
Okay, I'm ready.
If you could go back in time and give your younger self one piece of advice related to journaling, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a reminder that that journey of self-discovery is ongoing. There's always something new to learn about ourselves. So grab your favorite pen and notebook and let the exploration begin.
And if you're feeling inspired and want to explore even more prompts, remember that Scallion's blog has a whole bunch more waiting for you.
Happy journaling, everyone.